Hey guys, thank you so much for jumping into this video today. My name is Danny Coldblood, aka MusicVidiot. This is episode 2 of my new series I started, Viewer's Voice, where you guys are the spotlights. You guys, the viewers, with all your research, information, ideas, all your hard work. I go ahead, cherry pick the best of the best, and post it in a video for you guys. Okay? I get tired a lot, guys. I get worn out and beat down from doing a lot of hunting. So yes, this is a picture of me passed the fuck out playing GTA5. So thank you guys. You are appreciated. I want to give my friend Joe a proper shout out. The last video with the FIB and breaking into it, I had a lot of my own music in there, and I mentioned Joe at the end, you know, but I think he deserves a better shout out. He's a great musician. He's in all of my songs, most of my songs, he's with vocals and guitar. So Joe, big shout out to you. And a big shout out to Oscar 5M, because he made me this awesome new banner for my Twitter page. You know, we have Splat Gaming, he did the intro for my YouTube videos, and now Oscar did the banner for my Twitter. So thank you guys fucking rock. Now, let's start this off. The first person that we have is Priyansh Lamba. If I said that right, if not, I'm sorry for fucking butchering your name. Anyway, guys, look at what he has here. The Epsilon symbol does relate to each character if you look at it with the certain quote-unquote eye. Okay, we have an F for Franklin that we can look and see inside of the Epsilon symbol. We have an M for Michael, and we have a T for Trevor. We have an F, an M, and a T. Now that's crazy. I don't know if that's just a coincidence, but holy fucking shit, guys. That made me friggin' just stop. I froze. When I seen this, I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe I'm seeing this right now. I never seen this before. Like, holy shit. This opens up a door of a million more. That rhymed. It opened up a door of a million more. Anyway, it really did. It opened up a door of a million more possibilities. What can we do with this? This is some good information. And he also sent me a message, and I put it in the top right of the picture here. He pretty much said, hey, you know that last video with the FIB, how I used the cargo bob to glitch in through the top of the glass there at the top of the building, and you know, we had someone in the cargo bob squish me into the FIB building, literally. So that method, he's saying, what if we use that method with the UFO? You know, I know it's going to be hard to do because, you know, single player and online, but if there's a way, you know, we can do that, that would be pretty interesting. You know, the way it was done originally, what I originally tried to do with the FIB building was use a motorcycle and do a wheelie and do like, you know, backflip it and have the motorcycle land on top of me and squish me into the building. I couldn't get it to work. Okay, that's how, you know, that's the method I seen on YouTube, and that's how I tried it. But, you know, since I couldn't get it to work, I had my buddy Rain Man try to squish me in, and it worked. So what if we use that same method of getting squished in by something, and maybe we can get into the UFO? You never know. It's a good idea. Thank you so much. I'm afraid to say your name here. I don't want to fuck it up. Priyansh Lamba for giving us this awesome information and your idea. Thank you very much, man. It's much appreciated. Alright guys, the next one is by Sparamatics, and here he is showing us that the game recognizes Michael's death. Now, I went ahead and I asked him about this, and it does not recognize Trevor's death. This same like little string of code, okay, it is not there for Trevor. This makes me really think, because Michael's the one character I feel, you know, the most uncomfortable killing, because, you know, there's a lot of times in this game where they make you feel like Michael's the main character. No matter who you play with the most, they kind of give you that vibe, you know, throughout the missions that Michael's your main character. So I don't know really if anybody feels comfortable killing off Michael, but maybe that's part of it. Maybe we're supposed to do things that we don't normally want to do. And that would be perfect, you know, a perfect way to, you know, hide a mystery in the game is by having it through an option that you don't want to go through. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to take a lot of trial and error to really figure this out and get to the bottom of this. basically, what I just did, I'm in the position to test this out actually, because I played the game through for the 70th time, and I just got to the point where I had to make the decision, and I saved the game right there. Okay, I'm gonna try to get as much and as close to 100% as I can while I'm there, so I can basically take a 100% file and, you know, ultimately have 3 game saves where I do all 3 options, and I have Michael dead or Trevor dead and or, you know, both of them alive, and try out different theories, ideas, and, you know, different shit like that. So I'll let you guys know what I come up with, but, you know, the more minds the better. If you guys have the save file already, or if you can get it, let me know what you guys come up with, your ideas, your theories. Definitely use the comments box below, guys, and if it's good enough, you might be in episode 3 of Viewer's Voice. Thank you again, Sparamatics, for the little tidbits of information. Okay, the next one is by T Jizzle, and he says, "Hey, coincidence? I saw this, or was it fate? You get what you give. 88, 69. Okay, basically, he's seen another person's post that says, karma is like 69. You get what you give. And it's showing the difference, you know, the sexual positions over like at the hippie camp with the aliens. You know, that's a very interesting idea because, you know, numbers play a big part in this game, like 88, 69. And I never thought of 69 like this. This is a very good way to look at things, guys. I mean, it's very interesting. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you, T Jizzle, for this information. Alright, the next one is by Pete M and Bry0674. Pete M says, "Hey Music, huge fan, just wanted to add something, but it's probably already been said. There's a part of the city that's called La Puerta, Puerta, which translates to the door. I'm a little late in the game and just started playing. I did not know that, and you are not the first person, Pete, to go ahead and tell me how a name in the game translates to a real word or phrase. And that's very interesting and very good to know, because knowing that information might help out with, you know, building a theory or, you know, with further research. It really does help to have that information, guys. It really does. Bry0674, great YouTube channel, by the way. If you guys have not checked out Bry0674, do so. He's pretty damn good at making mystery videos here. But he goes on to say, "Great video, man. I'm a big believer in the streets coinciding with things that happen." And, you know, ultimately he's saying another thing here about words in the game translating to real words in real life, okay? And that is Puerto del Sol. And that means gate of the sun. Very good information. Okay, we got Puerto del Sol, meaning gate of the sun, and we have La Puerta, which translates to the door. 2 pieces of good information. Thank you, Pete M and Bry0674, for the good information. The next one is also about locations matching up in the game, and that is by Brendan McKay. Okay, and that is that Chala Springs is also a connection to Red Dead Redemption. The area of the map where most of the game takes place in Red Dead is called Chala Springs. Isn't that pretty cool, guys? It's a connection I didn't catch. I really didn't catch it. Thank you very much, Brendan, for pointing that out to us. The next one is by Adam Lai89. He's a new YouTuber, up and coming, doing mystery videos, and this is in response to my last discussion with Hackshawn89, okay? And one of the places that Hackshawn took me to was Mount Chiliad, and behind the mural, guys, there's a cube that sits back there, and he showed me this picture. This is in Lester's house, okay? It says Defender of the Faith, and it has a big picture of a cube, okay? This could be relating to the cube that, you know, I just talked about with Hackshawn in the discussion video behind the mural, or maybe it has to do with the cube inside the characters, okay? You know, the triggers that Wispy Woods found. That's also mentioned in the Hackshawn discussion video. So if you guys have not seen it, go ahead and see it. to educate yourselves on what this picture ultimately could be telling us. Thank you, Adam Y89, for the information, buddy. This next one is also in response to that cube. It's by Keith Harding, and he says, "Great video, Danny. What if karma can change the color of the block? Maybe you can turn it gold, green, or blue by the way we play the game. Just a thought, man." Keith, that is a fucking awesome comment. I really do appreciate this kind of stuff, guys. This is stuff that gets you thinking, this stuff gets your theories going, and trials and errors have to happen, guys, before we can progress in this mystery. Definitely worth a thought and a look at. Thank you very much, Keith Harding. Next up is Michael Zato, and he says the UFOs spawned on last gen without the cube. So, okay, basically what he's saying is some people are saying that that cube is just there for, you know, the audio or the physical representation of the UFOs at 3 a.m. Well, he's saying it wasn't on last gen, so why is it there on next gen? Good one, Michael. I like that train of thought. Next, we have South 4153 and Matt Willis. South 4153 says about the little boxes inside the bodies. In editor mode, you can set the camera angle to free and easily zoom into the body of whatever character you are playing with. I checked my online character and there is a purple square inside its body with black dots in it. Didn't check any other characters though. Maybe we should. And Matt Willis says same here. Online, when I change masks, helmets, and rebreathers, the little box changes colors. Now that is fucking very, very interesting. For you guys that don't know what they're talking about, okay, Wispy Woods uncovered basically a little trigger inside of his player, okay? It's a little black box, and he found it by glitching into his character, and he noticed how it changed by putting on masks. Different masks did different stuff to this little trigger, this little black box. Also, in that Hack Sean 89 discussion video that's on my channel, Sean talked about how when he used the peyote to turn into the wolf, and, you know, he fell down a mountain or whatever with the wolf, he noticed that inside of the wolf was a triangle little trigger, okay? So this makes me really wonder why some of these are different, okay? The online character for South 4153 is purple with little black dots, okay? And also Matt Willis says that it changes when he changes his masks, helmets, and rebreathers online, okay? There's more to this little trigger or cube or box than we know about. Very, very good information, guys. Thank you so much, and keep up the good work. Next up, we have Thomas Buchanan. He says, I'm glad you're connecting this. I seen an episode of this. I was like, that's the Observatory. On the episode, it gave a date that the sun shines direct. I think it was the Pantheon, and April 21st, the sun shines direct in the door. Don't know if it's connected, but just a weird thought. Now, I really like this form of thought here, okay? It's not crazy to think that a real life date could alter or, you know, have a significant role to play with the game itself. Because if you remember correctly, in the Arkham, Batman Arkham games, okay, you can change the date on your PlayStation or whatever to either the day that Rocksteady, the game developer, came out, like as a business, and you can change it to another date. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it ultimately would change what happens in the game, okay? If your PlayStation is set to that date, you can actually have Calendar Man, I think it was, say different things, or his cell is different. It's altered in some way only on that day of the year. So it's very, very good to, you know, at least think about this, to at least, you know, have it there as an option in our minds, because think about it, guys. Rockstar parodies real life so much. What better way to use a parody than involve it in the mystery, okay? So if this is the right date, I gotta double check this, but if April 21st is the day where the sun hits the door directly, maybe we should go and change the dates or whatever on our consoles to that day and see if anything at the observatory changes. Very good info, Thomas. I really like that train of thought. Thank you so much for the comment, guys. This is good shit. This is why I have viewers' voice, because you guys have good shit, and I don't want it to go unnoticed. Thank you, Tom. Very good comment. Okay, the next one is by Zav Mashes and Tyler Sane. Zav Mashes says, some things I've noticed. Both yoga mats have huge antennas near. The one in the Epsilon building and the one in Mount Gordo. At the comic book shop door, you can also see half a picture of the descendant of Kraft with the spot in his eye. Maybe only Kraft's sons can open that door. Also, near that shop you passed by another building called Mattress of Fact, and those words are linked to both yoga and Epsilonism. Fact. That is very, very interesting, man. And you know what? I didn't even notice that little guy with that spot on his eye, okay? The descendant of Kraft. So very good observation on your part. And Tyler Sane says, the Epsilon symbol looks like it's in a keyhole, plus the yoga symbol looks like it's the Penrith symbol, don't it? You know what, Tyler? It does. Look at that symbol right there, guys, in the picture. Okay, that does look exactly like the Penrith symbol. This is a very, very interesting bunch of comments from you guys. Thank you so much. It's much appreciated. It opens up more possibilities in my mind. This one is short, sweet, and to the motherfucking point. Christoph Dudko says candles are lit on PS3. That's all he has to say. With a picture for proof. That's all you have to do, guys, to make a statement worth thinking about. Why are they not lit on the PS4? Why are they lit last gen and not lit next gen? That is very interesting. Something to think about, something to wonder about. Guys, let me know what you think. If you guys come up with anything, if your research leads to anything, this is something that I want an answer to, because, I mean, it involves yoga, and yoga is one of the biggest steps in this game, in my opinion. So I would love to get further progress on this right here. Thank you, Christoph Dudko, for this information, man. Thank you very much. Okay, the next viewer whose voice shall be heard is by Alex Days. He says, Danny, recently I was exploring the blueprint map as well, so I realized that nobody, I think so, explores the UFO marks. I think you understand me. Anyway, I will send you a pic in Twitter. And I started to explore all these marks. After that, I made a conclusion. These marks are in high spots on the map where you can clearly see the sky. And most of these places have telescopes, like we should see something. What do you think about it? If you want, go and check yourself. You know what, Alex? I think that's a very good thing to let me in on and tell people about, because I've been wondering about these telescopes and why they're all over the map. You know, what are they there for? Certain spots, you know, I talk about how I think the collectibles are in certain spots for a reason, and one of the spaceship parts is on the western side of the map, okay, kind of like above the court center, and it's by like a little building. There's nothing there, and there's a telescope aimed at the west coast, like off in the water. There's nothing out there. What's out there? So yes, man, very good comments, and I wonder what are these telescopes all about, and especially if the blueprint map leads us to telescopes, okay, with high elevation. What is it that they're trying to show us? We have to open our eyes, guys. Sometimes the answer is right before our eyes, motherfucker, right before our eyes. Get it? Do you get it? Because I sure don't. On to the next one. Okay, this one is by MedMax2410, and he posted this in my community I made, guys, called Solving the Chiliad Mystery. If you want to join it, it's on the PS4. There was a new update that just came out. I think it's update 3.0. Anyway, it allows you to make a community, and I made a Chiliad Mystery community. So if you aren't a part of it, definitely get in there and join, guys, because it's really good stuff. People are posting really good stuff, and one of those posts was by MedMax2410 saying, look what I found. And it's a picture that we're all familiar with. Come back when your story is complete on Mount Chiliad. But underneath it is what I'm trying to focus on. Now, a lot of the time when you talk about this image here, it's called the eye. Oh, there's an eye there. Yes, we know about the eye that's there. Well, this angle, this perception, guys, Rockstar stresses perception, alright? This looks like an alien to me and not an eye. Do you see the alien standing there with his arms out like he's praising the sun? I see an alien. Most of the time, I seen the eye. But this picture, I see an alien. I think that's what you're trying to show me here, MedMax. If not, well, fuck. This is something that is just amazing. Thank you so much for posting it. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Don't just throw away shit that people are talking about or showing if it seems like it's reused information or older discoveries, because you never know what you can find in something old, okay? In this mystery, you could definitely teach an old dog new tricks. Thank you, MedMax2410. On to the next one. Okay, this one is by Black Smoke, aka Black Mac 247. He's been on my channel multiple times. He's always been a bringer of great information. And this is also posted in my community, guys. So definitely check it out. I'm telling you, there's good stuff in my community I made solving the Chiliad mystery. Okay, Black Smoke, aka Black Mac 247 says, yo, I swear my controller vibrated. Go to the UFO in the water, spend a day above it, and I bet your controller vibrates. Now, I went into a party chat and talked to him about this, and he was adamant, guys, that your controller will vibrate if you stay there idle. He was a peyote. I think he said he was a fish of some sort, and he was just idle, like floating above the UFO, the sunken UFO, and his controller was vibrating. He came back there, I think in his scuba gear, and his controller vibrated after a little while of not doing anything, of being idle. So guys, this is something I've never heard of before. This is brand new. Maybe there's something more to this sunken UFO than we know about. It's always something that we just go and look at or take a picture and, oh, this is pretty cool. But there's nothing significant with that sunken UFO. Maybe there's more to it that we don't know about, and Black Mac might be onto something, guys. So let's try and see if we can, figure anything out. Thank you so much, Black Mac, for the information. And we're on to the next one, which happens to be Dark Avenger and William Howard. Dark Avenger says, dude, 7/20/49 was the death of Lewis Nelson. Delisle? Whatever. His nickname was Big Eye. He was a jazz clarinetist. Big Eye. Interesting. Yes, Dark Avenger, that's very interesting. I mean, coincidence? I don't know. I mean, that's pretty relatable, man. I don't know if that's just a coincidence or not. Very good comment and information. And William Howard says the King of LA was shot on this day also. These things, they could be coincidences, guys. But you gotta wonder. Maybe they're, dates set aside for a reason, and maybe these two guys just found those reasons. Thank you so much, Dark Avenger and William Howard, for the information. Next in line is Headshot. Headshot says perhaps the little variety of tombstones in the graveyard allow them to spell something out in Morse code, or some sort of code. Begin deciphering. P.S. 7/20/49 could be 1949. I like this, Headshot. This is very good. It's not crazy to think that they would be giving us clues to work out using Morse code. Remember the video where I showed Rebel Radio and the tower there giving off Morse code at 2 o'clock in the morning? Okay? That's very interesting that it does that. And this comment by Headshot's very interesting because you never know. Maybe it is, supposed to be worked out in some sort of code. So very good, Headshot. And for you guys that don't know, these dates, these things that they're talking about with these dates and stuff like that, This is also from the discussion video I did with Hacksean89. We ended the video in the Hill Valley graveyard, okay, where the Hill Valley church is, the graveyard right behind it. There's tombstones there with different dates on them, but there's only a couple, different dates. The variety isn't much. So that's what these guys are referring to when they're talking about these dates. Thank you very much, Headshot. Very interesting. And on to the next one. Devlin Pixie takes the stage saying, another good video on something that still riddles me. Why are there only 10 X's when there are 30 barrels to be found, and why don't they quite match? Especially for this one. Obviously they are underwater locations because the legend says submersible, and almost all of them do mark a special spot. I just don't believe they refer to the general area of waste barrels. I remember searching there after your first video on this location, just green algae there and visibility being terrible. Got the peyote some distance away from the marked X and turned into a stingray, which made visibility really clear. Could not find anything at that marked spot though, and I am still wondering why it is marked. Another mystery to solve, I guess, because I can't imagine it being a mistake. For now, all I can think of is it telling us the pollution created there has some sort of meaning we have to pay attention to. With you turning into a different animal and not getting any improvement on visibility tells me it does make a difference what animal you are, which I find interesting in itself. But nice find on those filters making a difference as well. Hopefully one day it will all make sense. Happy hunting. Devlin, thank you so much for this information because I did not realize that the visibility would change from different sea animal. I figured that when I turn into the orca, it would be the same visibility as stingray, shark, and so on. So thank you for letting me know that your visibility with the stingray was way more clear than you've seen it before. Now for you guys that don't know what we're talking about, I have 2 videos concerning this situation. And it's Chiliad Mystery Chiliad Mystery Answered and Chiliad Mystery Answered Part 2. And they both focus on a location in the game that is spotted out by the blueprint map. Okay, the blueprint map has an X over a certain location by Fort Zancudo. It's in the water, and that area is so impossible to see because that water is murky as hell, okay? And you really can't see in there. So I tried different techniques and different ways to try to get myself a little bit more visibility, and you're gonna have to watch those videos if you want to be completely educated, because I want to get everybody a chance to be heard in this video. I know it's probably already long enough as it is. So thank you so much, Devlin Pixie, for the information. I'm going to now go back there again as a stingray and see maybe if we can see anything a little bit better. I'll probably be using filters along with that, the ones that we get from the murder mystery. I still am a firm believer, guys, that there's something in that water. Why else would they put that X there? And Devlin Pixie, no, I don't believe it was a mistake. And from your comment, you don't think so either. Let's figure this out, guys. Teamwork is the nature of this mystery, okay? Teamwork. Thank you guys so much for all of your teamwork so far. Alright guys, on to the next one. And that is by Desi Rogue. This was posted in my Solving the Chiliad Mystery community on the PS4, and Desi Rogue says, if anyone is interested, the webs appear in director mode, definitely making it easier to find these since we can freeze time. Okay, director mode freezes time, allowing us to, if we want to, explore, and find things that happen at a certain time, like the webs. That's a very, very good observation, Desi Rogue, and a very good train of thought. This is going to help us on so many levels, because so much in this game is based on time. Okay, the next thing he says is, the preset locations in director mode are quite interesting. For example, you can spawn at the large satellite dishes, and it will spawn you looking directly at the only dish that faces a different way. Now, I also noticed that the locations that you can fast travel to during, your time in director mode, they're very suspicious locations, guys. They put you in very, very suspicious locations. So, like I've said before a million times, the clues are in the updates. Director mode is an update, and it has tons of clues, Easter eggs, and everything else tied to it. And now we have another tool for using investigations and exploring, okay? Director's mode is a tool now that we can check out areas, all at the same time, like hunting for webs. So thank you, Desi Rogue, for these comments. They're greatly appreciated, guys. And thank you to all that have joined my Solving the Chiliad Mystery community on the PS4. So far, it's going to good use. On to the next one. Okay, we have Emmett632, and he says, looked up the star from the side of the hangar in story mode, and that was used by the Air Force from 1917 to 1942. It may be related to the Clucking Bell, because Clucking Bell was established in 1917. Very, very good connection and research, Emmett. Thank you very much. That star has always been a question in my mind, because that star is on a lot of things, not just the hangar in Fort Zancudo. It's also on some of the aircrafts, okay, the military aircrafts, and I've wondered about that, you know what I mean? I've even made a connection to the movie Transformers. That star, that same exact star inside that circle is on like a barn in the movie Transformers, and I've wondered about this star, and having somebody do the research and let me know about this is very, very awesome. So thank you so much, Emmett632, for the information and comments. On to the next one. We have Childhood Runer saying, I've never seen a pregnant Asian. I think Asian people just spawn like in Call of Duty. Guys, can we keep it mystery related, please? Although that is fucking hilarious. With that being said, I'll take a pregnant Asian for 500. No? No takes? Okay, well, I guess then we'll just have to move on to Matt Willis. He was saying that he drove the Space Docker and hit left on the D-pad to change the radio stations. All the lights on the car got brighter as long as he held left on the D-pad. He's asking if it suggests that we need to look for clues in the radio stations. Well, Matt, I would say that I don't know really if that's what the car is telling us, if that's what's really being told to us by doing that, but I can definitely say that we need to look for clues in the radio stations no matter what. Okay, either way, okay, there definitely is clues in the radio stations, just from what I've seen and heard and picked up on. But yes, there's more that I know there's more that we haven't found or haven't picked up on. Some of them are obvious, some of them are more obscured. And, think about it, guys. Rockstar is called Rockstar because the founders of the game wanted to be, you guessed it, rock stars, okay? Now, I'm a musician, as you guys know already by now. MusicVidiot. I mean, what the fuck? Anyway, if I were to make a game and make a mystery in that game, being a musician, I would definitely put clues in the game. Within the music, for sure. And if you guys noticed, okay, certain parts of the game, or even in the missions, you'll be doing something and you'll notice that the song that's on the radio, you didn't change it to that station, just naturally is on the radio. You'll notice that it goes along with the situation. It goes along with what's happening in the game. Just like a little bit ago, I read Bry0674's comment about how he said that he believes the streets coincide with the names of the streets coincide with what's going on. Same thing goes with the music, guys. Music is a big key in this mystery. So definitely look for clues in the music, in the radio stations, and all that, guys. Definitely. It's a big, big clue. All right. Talking about radio stations, this next one is definitely interesting. It's by Oscar5M, the guy that I shouted out earlier, the one that made me the Twitter banner, okay? And he is showing us, guys, that it says the developers of the game refer to Mirror Park as Silver Lake. Okay, this is found in the game files, okay? And there's also, I think the YouTuber's name is Pursuit Truth, I believe is his name, but he actually plays the audio from this, okay, talking about Mirror Park, and that's coming directly from a Silver Lake file. That is very, very interesting. Why did they decide to change it from Silver Lake to Mirror Park? What is going on? Is it about the reflections? No, maybe you see a reflection out of silver. You know, it's very interesting. I'd like to get down to the bottom of it. And we do know that in the Epsilon Bible, if you will, it talks about a mirror at the bottom of the lake. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Also, he mentions if you switch to Trevor on a Tuesday at around 8 o'clock in the morning, Trevor says, if you go into the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. Now, isn't that fucking cool? That is a clue right there that leads to finding the Bigfoot peyote. You know what I mean, guys? So they do give us clues. Sometimes we might not catch it. Sometimes we might not know what we're seeing or hearing, but it doesn't mean we can discard it because we don't understand it. That's why I say so many times that if you see something that's already been talked about or already been brought up or already discovered, months ago or a year ago, don't just disclude it. Don't just throw it away because it's already been touched on, all right? Because some of the stuff we never understood or never came to a conclusion. There's a lot of stuff that we know about that we just don't have answers for, all right? And instead of just passing those things up, maybe we can actually gain some understanding from them, okay? There's a clue in the game right here that Oscar mentions, all right? Trevor says go in the woods today and you're in for a big surprise. Well, if we didn't find that Bigfoot peyote, okay, we still wouldn't know what that meant. And we probably would throw it away and never get back to it, never touch on it again. And, that ultimately led to something big. Get it? Bigfoot. All right? So, this is just another prime example of the game just laughing in our faces, telling us clues and us just not getting it. All right? Thank you so much, Oscar. It's very much appreciated, and I really do love this comment. On to the next one. And this one is also about the radio and the songs being relatable to the game and the stuff that we're doing in the game. This is by Just a Hog. He says, yo, while I was searching around in the water in the submarine just to see if we have missed anything, I came across a song on Radio Los Santos called Swimming Pool, Drink by Kendrick Lamar. I reckon a couple of the lyrics give us some clues such as dive in. So maybe you should check out the song. Thank you, Just a Hog. This is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. You're doing something in the game and the radio just happens to be playing a song that's similar to what you're doing. Coincidence? I don't think so. Okay, they could have easily of, triggered certain songs to play during certain situations. Like if you're underwater, you'll have a probability of hearing songs A, B, C, D, and E. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's not that hard, okay? I'm sure if you looked for this in the coding, you coders out there can fucking find it easily. I'm sure of it, okay? It's all there, guys, and it's all clues I've been stressing about since the day I've been making videos on the Chiliad mystery. Thank you, Just a Hog. Very informative and just more proof to the cause. We're going from radio and songs to movies here with William Howard. He says, the screen filters made me think of the movie They Live, which happens to be made in 1988 and could maybe tie into our mystery. Might be worth looking into. William Howard, that is a very good comment, and it's very plausible that those screen filters, one of them might relate to that movie. You guys gotta think, the developers of Rockstar, the makers of this game, they're even older than me, okay, and I'm 31 years old, all right? They probably seen They Live, the movie, a million times. It was probably a movie that came out right when they were young adults, teenagers, early 20s, right in that range, okay? It was probably a hip movie when it came out, and they probably liked it a lot, okay? So they're going to use their personal favorites in life to parody, with a screen filter or whatever they want to use. So I definitely feel that this is something that's worth looking into. I have never heard of the movie They Live, but I'm sure it's probably pretty cool. All right, I'll check it out, and I'm sure I'll say, yeah, dude, look at that friggin' filter on the screen. That's definitely from the murder mystery or whatever. Okay, I don't see it being too, far out there or a stretch of the imagination. Okay, I see this as very plausible. You gotta think, guys. 1988, okay, that's a huge number in this mystery. They're going to take all these things and put them together. They're gonna take the dates that matter, they're gonna take their favorites from that date, they're gonna do a lot of things to make these connections more credible, okay? So pretty much you're gonna have a lot of avenues that can lead you to the same place, all right? Whether it be the date, whether it be the filter, whatever it is, they're making it so you don't have to just take one route to find the answer. They're giving us many different ways to get to the same place, guys. That's why it's up to us to use teamwork, because we're gonna start saying, oh my god, Johnny found this by doing that, and Jimmy found this by doing that, and look at 20 people found the same thing by doing different stuff. These are the ways we make connections, and then we take the connections to figure out what's relevant, what's not, what's a joke, what's a parody, and what's part of the mystery, so we can move forward. Thank you so much, William Howard, for this. This is amazing, and I'll definitely be checking out They Live. Hopefully it's on Netflix, because I don't want to rent it for $2.99 off of some fucking website. Thanks a lot, and on to the next one. Talking about movies, guys, look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful picture. Alright, guys, the next one that we have is by George Burford, and he says, awesome video, bro. The movie bit reminded me of The Secret Ladder. What was in the power station? Maybe you used the filters there. It may reveal something. Okay, what he's referring to, I believe, is the movie Capolavoro in Grand Theft Auto 5. How that guy is climbing a ladder in the sky that leads to nothing. It just is a ladder that just goes in the sky. And we know that there is a ladder in the game that when you zoom in with a sniper rifle, it appears there's a ladder that goes to nowhere also. So that's very interesting. I believe Bry0674 also touches on that invisible-ish ladder in GTA 5, so go ahead and check out his videos. I don't remember exactly which one or whatever he even said, I just remember him touching on it. But yes, there is definitely a connection between Capolavoro with that ladder and the ladder that we found in the game. A lot of people brushed it off and said it was just a glitch, or it's just this, I don't like when I hear that kind of shit, because Rockstar can use that to their advantage, to keep us from solving this. Oh, they're gonna think it's a glitch, or they're gonna think it's just there to provide audio and physical UFOs, or oh, they're gonna just think this or that, because there's a lot of modders and, coders out there to where if they can't figure it out, they're gonna just label it the most common, relatable thing that they know of, okay? So, don't just brush things off, guys. Use your fucking own heads. Use your own minds. And maybe, just maybe, we could take the good from the bad, or the true from the false. You know what I'm trying to say here. Thank you, George Burford, for the comment, and on to the next one. It's a little bit of a long one, but it's well worth it. Hopefully I don't butcher your name, but I'm sure I will. It's by Ivalo Tushev, okay? And what he says is, hello, MusicVidiot. I just wanted to share with you something that I noticed a while ago and never remembered to tell you. At the amusement park, you can hear the noises of a video game or something like that. Exactly the same as the Docker's klaxon. I've tried to locate where they come from, but there's no specific point where they're more audible than others. Only seems at the Cluck and Bell restaurant, but not so sure of that. The only thing that seems strange is that there's a little police station near the street which you access the park from, which has some sort of antenna that is identical to the Docker's front quote-unquote probe, or I don't know what it is. Just go there for a minute and you can hear the sounds at regular intervals. Since the game has a really impressive sound design behind it, I think it could mean something. Plus, if you think about quote-unquote the eye, the giant wheel could be one. London's wheel at the amusement park is called the Eye. Many stories of aliens are connected to Ferris wheels, and this one in particular has some interesting patterns at night, and the two amusement rides have both the same color as the space docker's antennas and cables. The blue/green/science stuff. Or seeing stuff, I'm sorry. Just a last thing. From the Galileo Observatory, from the telescope that is indicated by the signs, you can clearly see the Ferris wheel and park. I hope my clues can help you. Thank you. P.S. The first time I thought the sound came from the game Cubify, which was interesting because most of the suspicious locations have something cubic around them. Maze Bank, that art gallery, which I don't remember the name, has a cubic monument at the entrance, and that little square where the Weed and Aliens mission happens has many cubes around it, which by the way has a parking under it, which has an interesting input device for the doors that cannot be damaged by anything and stands out from any other parkings that I saw in the game. Well, that is some very interesting information, guys. I mean, seriously, let that soak in for a little bit, because these are the comments that people, you could tell he spent a long time before he sent me this message. Some people send you quick shit and it's just like, okay, I wonder if it's true or false or what they're doing here, what's their motives. But you could tell this guy, Ivalo Tushev, he definitely sent me this, and he definitely sent me this after long thought and experimenting, okay? And he made connections with London, and I take comments like these very seriously. I think they're worth looking into. If you guys want to look into this a little bit more and leave your research in the comments below, I'll be sure to carry through with, putting the response in the next Viewer's Voice episode. Guys, we have one more comment left, and that is by J Holy Moly, so let's get right to it. J Holy Moly asks if he's crazy, or do I think that these symbols look very identical? Isn't that a Freemasonry symbol? You know what, Jay? That is very, very awesome that you picked up on that. Okay, the connection is amazing, alright? Now, I don't want to confirm that it is or not, but all I can say is you're making a connection, and it's definitely something that needs further investigation. And, the gun that he's showing, guys, is one of the new skins that they gave us in a recent update on the guns. I showed how the one gun, the one sniper rifle, has a UFO on it and what's believed to be Mount Chiliad with a deer. Okay, there's other guns with other information on it and cool ass, stuff. I believe there's so many clues in these gun skins, and so many of them that we don't even know what they mean or what they lead to. So for him, for J Holy Moly, to pick up on something and say, hey, I think this is Freemasonry, that's amazing. It's really good information, and I definitely think that it's worth stating here and worth looking into further. So if you guys have any answers or anything to add to this, you know where the comments box is. And to end this video, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just give you guys a different outro. Alright, I went and I made that one outro on the Xbox One with the green screen, and I had all those TVs going behind me. You know my outro where I show my body and my face and I talk about leaving a comment and I point up and the words pop up there and la 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 la. Well, I was starting to feel like it was getting redundant by showing it at the end of all my videos, and I'm thinking to myself, I gotta change up the outro. Alright, the intro's good. I like the intro. Splat Gaming did a great job. I don't need to change that. But the ending needs to be changed a little bit. They're gonna get sick and tired of seeing the same fucking ending, the same outro every time. So I found a little cool program on my computer that let me alter my face. Let's just say that. So I hope you guys like the new outro, and I might make different characters every now and then to make my outros a little bit more spiced up and alive and renewed. So hopefully you guys like this. I don't have a name for this guy yet. It's me. It's just me with altered visual effects. So thank you guys. If you want to contact me to leave me any information here on a viewer's voice, to be featured on a viewer's voice episode, my Twitter is oh no, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. My Twitter is @music_vidiot. My Facebook is facebook.com/musicvidiot. My Twitch, where I broadcast sometimes, is twitch.tv/musicvidiot. But I'm going to be doing most of my broadcasting right here on my YouTube channel. So all you have to do is come to this YouTube page to see if I'm broadcasting or if there's any past broadcasts posted. My PS4 name is Danny_Coldblood, and my Xbox One name is Danny_Coldblood. That should be all the ways you should want to contact me. I mean, if you're in my PS4 community, solving the Chiliad mystery, I check that daily for any new posts and any, kind of stuff that you guys want to leave me there. So go ahead, guys, friend me, add me, message me, whatever you want to do. Don't fuck me. Well, depends on who you are. We could always do some kind of, never mind. Let's not even get involved in that. Listen, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the outro. Thank you to all of you guys that were in this video. Big shout outs to you and thumbs up. Have a great one. I love you all. Enjoy your life. Help solve this mystery. And I'll see you in the next broadcast or video. Have a good one, and until next time, see you later. Ta-ta, and peace.
No, I can't believe I'm actually on camera. Oh my god, I never really show my face. This is so new to me. I fear people would make fun of me. Anyway, I gotta move past all my insecurities. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button, hit the like button. And if you guys haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And if you guys have anything to comment, well, you know the drill. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Was that good?
Okay, guys, normally at the end of my videos, I have an outro, and then that's the end of the video. This video is a little bit different since I had a little bit of information given to me after I've already completed this video. So I was like, shit, what do I do? I already made the video. I don't want to make a separate video, just for a little bit more information. Even though the information's huge, I didn't know what to do here. So I put a little message at the beginning of the video, during the picture where I was sleeping. I had a little message on the screen that said, important message at the end of the video after the outro, must see, blah, blah, blah. So hopefully you guys seen that and brought you to this point. Hopefully you guys didn't shut it off after my stupid little act I did. And I don't know how many people are actually at this point, so hopefully everybody that watched the video is listening to my voice right now, because I have some good information, guys. I want to go ahead and let you know that my buddy Choice, at Choice the Ripper from Twitter, he told me yesterday that the rumors about those extra two peyotes, the monkey and the rat, well, they're confirmed, okay? There's a total of 3 golden peyotes. Bigfoot, the rat, and the monkey. I guess Bigfoot's for Franklin, the rat is for Trevor, and the monkey is for Michael. Now, the monkey for Michael would make sense because when he's abducted by aliens and everything, you see the monkeys. Now, the rat for Trevor, I don't really see a direct connection to that. That's boggling my mind currently. But if I would have to say, guys, I'm expecting to have my game file 100% by this weekend. So within 1 week from now, I should be at 100%. And I'm actually getting 100% right at the point before I have to make the decision to kill any of those characters or not kill any of them, A, B, or C. So that way I have 100% file right there, and that way I can have 3 save files, all 100%. One with Michael dead, one with Trevor dead, and one with them both alive. And that way I can test out different things and theories. So what I would say to you guys is the only place in the game where we actually see monkeys is the Humane Labs. So I would send you guys out to the Humane Labs area to check out, to explore for this golden peyote for this monkey. Okay, that's the most logical place. I mean, the Bigfoot peyote was found near the Bigfoot mission with Franklin. So I mean, the most logical place I could think of for the monkey peyote is at the Humane Labs or around the Humane Labs. And the rats, I mean, rats are all over the game. But the one place that makes me really think is that whole Ratman conspiracy, that whole Ratman myth. You know, in the sewers where you hear the footsteps and stuff and there's rats down there. I would say maybe look in that area. Or, if it's not there, maybe alleyways and stuff. Just giving you guys, educated guesses, logical guesses of where I think these golden peyotes will be. But don't think you're wasting your time because they are confirmed. They are in the game files. They are out there. And hopefully one of you guys can find it before a modder does or a coder does, because it's not fun. It's not fun to have these guys just do it for us. So guys, go check out those locations. Be sure to change the weather. Be sure to do different times of day, different days of the week, because we learned from the Bigfoot clue that Rockstar has, all the prerequisites are going to be very specific to date, time, weather, days of the week, shit like that. Good luck, guys. Let me know if you guys find any of these peyotes. That'd be fucking awesome to have it featured on my channel, before it hits the big rush of everyone out there, and all the big guys get it. Maybe one of these underdogs like me or, someone else can get the glee and the glory. I don't really give a shit, actually. I just want to see these peyotes. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys find them. Hopefully this was new news to you, because I just found out yesterday. I think it's brand new news. So you heard it first right here at MusicVidiot. Have a good one, and for the second time, enjoy your day. I love you all. Peace, mother